What's on my nerds? It is the greatest day of the week. No, when I'm talking about TGIF, not Friday. That comes in a close second. And honestly, both these days should be aligned because, well, no, because if you put this on Friday, then the anticipation just gets to you. It's a good way to start off the week. I'm mumbling now. And what I'm talking about is it's new comic book day. Hit up my two local comic shops. My main shop is All Seas, which is down the street from me. It's the first shop I really came across when I moved to Denver. Love the staff, the vibes there. They're all awesome people. The other shop I frequent is Hall of Justice with my boys, Lucky and Logan. Came across that shop because they're next to one of my gyms. And those dudes are fucking awesome as shit too, man. Always love talking shop with them, and they've been great ever since I started going there. So I kind of split up my stash between both spots. Anyways, this week was a little light for me. There weren't too many books that I'm currently collecting that came out this week. And then as far as like new stuff, nothing that was really like calling out to me. There were some possible contenders. Honorable mentions. Almost picked up DC versus Vampires #1, the new miniseries, but I didn't. He didn't really scream out to me. I love Otto's artwork, but I don't know. It was just didn't have a buy value for me. I'm not big on buying comics just to buy the comics. Like for me, it's the experience. It's the book. It's something. Like there's got to be an it factor. That's how I collect, and that's how my personal collection goes. Like it's got to speak to me. I don't just collect to collect. I'm not sitting going to the shops and buying fucking stacks of books just because. That shit's expensive. But also, like, you got it and it's just sitting around. Like, if you don't have a love for it and it actually has no appreciation, then you're sitting with these dead books in a dead collection. My point of view, anyways. But this week, looks like we've got a good stash of Marvel items. But first up was The Ultimates, #3. The introduction of She-Hulk. This was actually a really cool spin on She-Hulk that I really dug. Essentially, kind of like a Chernobyl kind of event, but with gamma radiation. Whenever they're testing out the gamma explosions and we got our Hulk, well, some of the aftermath was the residual chemicals from the rain clouds. It looks like it starts making its way over to a tropical island, and the locals there start getting infected. The only, so far, real promising one was She-Hulk, and it's not Jen Walters. She has no association to Bruce. She's just an island girl with a growth problem. And a lot of the other ones are more along the lines like Abomination and the leader. They've got freak accidents from there, so they're all disfigured, mutated. But we can see some really cool interaction with Iron Lad, Thor, Sif, with the new She-Hulk as they're trying to recruit her as part of the Ultimates. Artwork is awesome as it has been. Juan Ferrari has been kicking ass. Denise Camp is kicking ass with this book. I'm really liking the reads, the dialogue, the banter. It's feeling like, again, the old Ultimates of old. We even get a creature in here that looks kind of like a cross between Hulk 2099 and the Abomination. It turns out it's just a baby with a fucking temper tantrum, which is really cool to see, like the epitome of a Hulk rage. But the She-Hulk here is really, really dope. Liora Gioni Sakati. She's dope. Really, really dope. Let's see if we can get that on there. She calms the baby down within the story and shows it. But yeah, a lot of freak accidents that come from the gamma fallout. And that's really what the story consists of, is just showing the ramifications of a lot of these nuclear testing. We do it, and we have done it. We did it in Japan, but this is to an extreme scale. So there's a lot of heart there. And then the very last page is the Hulk, who's about to have to intervene. So that kind of takes us back to what got the Ultimates going in the first series, right? They had to take on the Hulk as one of their first missions. So I think this is kind of like an homage to it. Either way, still it remains a good read. The X books have relaunched. Some have been hits, some have been all right. I'm taking my chance with the majority of these number ones. I forgot to scoop up X-Force number 1 last week, so I got the Clayton Crane cover. I love his artwork, so that's why I went with this one. That was my favorite of the bunch. But I like this new team of with X-Force. This one's run by Forge and Sage. We've got a main roster and a rotating guest star every week, or every month. The first one is Deadpool. Can't have enough Deadpool, can you? But yeah, Forge has put together a team along with Sage. Their first team up lines up with new couple, or sort of kind of new couple, Rachel Summers and Elizabeth Braddock, along with Sage, as I mentioned. And then they've got, who are the recruits? I just forgot who our other recruits were. It's big ass tank dude. Surge from the new X-Men gets recruited within the story. And this one, they basically trick Deadpool into coming on a mission and being their scapegoat while they accomplish their mission and just going to leave him behind, which is kind of fucking funny. I dug it. So far, the first issue is cool. As far as having to go to the extremities, they're looking to prevent the universe from being destroyed. Next up, they're going to take on, looks like Mr. Sinister's coming back as a main villain here, but yeah, so far so good. The first issue was entertaining. It was cool. Wasn't as extreme as some of the other X-Force titles. This is more along the lines of like the first iteration before the Wolverine leading X-Force bloodbath mercenary kind of shit. It's cool. I picked up issue number 2 of X-Men. Still kind of iffy on this one. I'm not a fan of Ryan Stegman's art. It just doesn't resonate for me. That's just me. I might hit for other people, but doesn't do it for me. McKay's writing an alright book. Here we have the team going to locate a new mutant whose powers have manifested, all the while suddenly being hit by a alien invasion. Well, it turns out this kid can manifest these things into reality. The book's still kind of like all over the place. Like, the team's cool. They have a really cool shot with like Juggernaut being launched out of this fucking cannon. It's weird, but I don't know if it's good weird. It just doesn't. It's just not hitting the right notes. It just sucks coming from something like Krakoa to this. Like, the measures were up here, and now we're like trying to figure it out. Uncanny had a better start. Again, I'm going about 5 issues with this one, and then I think that's gonna. If it doesn't pick up after that, just like a show, you got to watch a couple of shows before you finish the season. I don't know if I can stick to it. X Factor number 1, Scotty Young cover. It's funny because I'm not a big proponent of the Scotty Young covers unless they actually are cute for some reason. I don't know. They've got to, again, talk to me. I don't chase them. This one was fun. I liked it. It dug. But X Factor's cool. This has put a good little spin on our team, as they're more of a Suicide Squad than they are X Factor. Like, it's still the premier team, not premier team, but the publicized team. This one's led by Angel. It's got Feral, Fire Fist, which is our boy Rusty from the Deadpool number 2, but also long-standing character within the Mutants. Cyber, Cameo, and Havoc joins later on. They go on a mission, and fucking out of nowhere, they get murked. Like, the whole team just gets destroyed in a very unprecedented manner. Like, I wasn't expecting that shit at all. So this is kind of a... Well, I probably should have said spoiler. My bad. It's a red herring. That's not the team you end up with, the team that's on all the Marvel pages and publicity, which is this team. Great shot, by the way. Great shot. It's not our long-standing team. So it's written by Mark Russell, illustrated by Bob Quinn. Bob does a fucking great job in here. Very animated, very modernized 90, maybe. I don't know. I like the blend of what he was drawing on here. So yeah, they go on a mission against Darkstar, and like, everybody dies, dude. Like, everybody except for Angel, of course, gets murked. Looks like Feral kind of looks dead. She's reported dead. Who knows if she's dead? Rusty's dead. I mean, they're all fucking murked. Then then we end up with the reserves, a new team. That one, so Cyber does survive along with Angel. So our second team up is Havoc, Frenzy, Cecilia Reyes, Pyro, Cyber's back, and some old lady Granny Smite. Hope for a little bit more backstory on that one. It was fun. It wasn't what I was expecting at all. That twist with Merc and the team and just let's restart and get another one. Reboot. Kind of speaks to the reboot world, right? Like, oh, this isn't working. Let's just reboot it. Let's reboot it. I'll stick around for that one. Speaking of X Factor, walking around Hall of Justice, I found this bad boy, the first appearance of Archangel that my boys there hooked it up with. Be a piece of the collection, man. Archangel's a boss. It was dope. So yeah, this is a good find. And then Transformers has been kicking ass since day one. I mean, literally day one, since 1986, right? 84? Fuck, I don't know. But anyways, the new miniseries were from Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona. Fucking still killing it. We have a lot of inner turmoil here with the Autobots. Challenging if Optimus is going about the right ways of trying to stop Shockwave and his intent on bringing Cybertron to Earth. Like, he got teleported to Earth the issue or two ago. He's been channeling all this energon back to Cybertron and bringing it here, just causing mass chaos and destruction. I look at that cover though, man. Pretty fucking cover. I actually was looking for the Daniel Warren Johnson Ultra Magnus cover, not knowing it was as big a chase as it was. It was just a beautiful art, just beautiful illustration. And I was like, oh fuck, I want that one. 1 in 100, 1 in 100, I believe, or I think it was 1 in 100. I don't know. That bitch was expensive. My store only had one. Hall of Justice only had one. They sold it. But I really wasn't thinking it was going to be that big of a chase. So I don't know if I was going to scoop it over the price it was being asked for. But the book's great. This has not let me down. I'm still looking forward to our Energon universe truly coming together and our Transformers and Autobots having their true crossover. There wasn't really anything on the DC side, as I mentioned. The only thing I thought about grabbing was the DC versus Vampires. That was other books just haven't really been keeping up my attention. Well, at least for what came out this week. Hopefully there's something next week. We'll see. In the meantime, yeah, man. These are the bangers. Let me know what you think in the comments, of course. If you have any other suggestions of stuff I should read, for real read, no hype, no cap, let's get me on some real shit. I would definitely appreciate it. So hit the comments below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to follow, and share. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Peace, guys.